First of all, I want to thank all of you for gathering here today, but you know what? We're all very blessed to have Riley and Denise Parker as our friends. And I need to say that again, I'm very fortunate to have him and his wife as constituents. They're wonderful people, and I wish I had 1,000 more like them in the community. So I want to thank you, my brother Parker. Come on, thank him, because he always cares. He cares about this neighborhood, he cares about the people in it, and he demonstrates it just by looking at his house, how much he cares about this community. Before I officially introduce the mayor, I want to just make a few personal comments myself. And again, to thank Riley and Denise for their friendship and their support, the personal support they've given me. I want to thank all of you who've supported me over the years. I'm very blessed and humbled not to have an opponent, and I thank you all for that. I also want to recognize Councilman Jeff Johnson, who is here. Councilman Jeff Johnson, raise your hand, say hello. Appreciate Jeff stopping in. Let me say this. You know, I could talk about a lot of things, a lot of projects and initiatives. And before I do, I want to thank Reverend Dave again. Reverend Dave, thank you for the wonderful invitation and for the certificate you presented to the mayor and myself. But you know, we could talk about projects. I could talk about Waterloo Streetscape project that's going to get underway in July in the Collinwood Rec Center, which we know has become the #1 rec center in the city of Cleveland. And we could talk about a whole host of projects, but I got to tell you, I'm not supporting Frank Jackson because of a project or a development. I'm supporting Frank Jackson because I believe he's a decent man. He cares greatly about this city, and he's never lost sight of where he came from. To me, that's a whole lot. So we can talk about projects. That's when I measure somebody, and when I decide to go and vote on election day, I vote for someone who has passion. I vote for someone who feels passionately about our neighborhoods, our people, our children, and again, who's never lost sight of that fact, still lives in the same neighborhood that he grew up in. That tells a whole lot to me. That says a whole lot to me. So as I urge residents in our community and to vote for the mayor, it's not because of a project, it's because of his commitment. It's because of what he believes in, that he's never lost sight of what he needs to do to move this city forward. And that to me is more than any one project or any development could ever mean to me or this community. So again, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Frank Jackson, the next mayor of the city of Cleveland.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. You know, I want to also thank Riley Parker and his wife and his family for putting this together. I want to thank you for coming and thank you for your support. You know, as the councilman said, in politics, many times you just have a laundry list, right? A laundry list of things, and you tend to recite them and all that. But as the councilman said, it really doesn't mean that much. It doesn't mean that much. What matters is what our concern, what our feelings, what our commitment is to that which we serve, which is the people of the city of Cleveland. And my job as mayor of the city of Cleveland is to serve you. That's what I do. And I didn't come here looking for a job. I have 37 years in government, 24 as elected official, 13 in the court system. So it's not that I'm looking for a job, but I am looking to leave Cleveland better than what it was when I became mayor. I'm looking at how do I position Cleveland for the future? How do I better institutionalize a pathway to success? And you do those things by core things. You deal with the core issues. You know, I often tell my people in cabinet that if I have 25 things to make a decision on, I'm not going to make 25 decisions. But I will make 5 that will address all 25 things. And that is what my next term as mayor will be, to institutionalize a better guarantee for success for Cleveland. And success for Cleveland means your success. A great city will be measured by what we do for the least of us, not by projects. And when I say the least of us, I don't mean welfare and charity. What I mean is how do we incorporate everyone into that quality of life and the prosperity that we create as a city. We cannot do that alone. That's why Councilman Polensek, Councilman Johnson, all of City Council, it is a team. Even though we don't always agree on things, the one thing that we do agree on is how do we better position and guarantee that the people that we serve are better off as a result of us serving. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. I appreciate your support. Michelle over here, if anybody wants some literature, you want to volunteer, you want signs or whatever it may be, Riley, you don't want to take yours, do you? Yeah, take yours. All right. But anyway, again, thank you, Riley. Thank you and your family. Thank you, Councilman, and I greatly appreciate all of what you have done for the city of Cleveland. We also have Councilman Kevin Conwell, who just came in, and Judge Pauline Carver. Anybody else? Any other elected officials?
Judge Reuben Pope, magistrate.
Oh, Reuben Pope,
Magistrate.
magistrate, running for judge. Cleveland Municipal Judge. Again, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
I'm going to like the mayor. We're just going to wrap it up. And we're going to stand around, rather, and talk to you all. That's it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks again.
Thank you.